As a board member of the Texas Diversity Council and as Vice President of Diversity and Community Engagement at the University of Texas at Austin, I must say that I'm extremely honored to introduce our keynote speaker, General Colin Powell. I can think of no other public servant who embodies the ideals of integrity and national service more than General Powell. This Harlem-born and Bronx-raised son of Jamaican immigrants has held senior military and diplomatic positions across 4 presidential administrations. He discovered his military career as an Army ROTC student at the City College of New York, for which he graduated as an Army Second Lieutenant in 1958. And I just have to take a personal point to share with you that my parents, and we've talked about this before, who are also Harlem-born, Bronx-raised children of West Indian immigrants, different islands, and are proud graduates of CCNY. They are very proud that I get this opportunity. And over the course of a 35-year career, he rose to the rank of 4-star general. General Powell's military career was always driven by a deep passion and talent for public service, both of which led him to advise in the White House. From 1987 to 1989, Powell served as National Security Advisor under President Ronald Reagan. From 1989 to 1993, he served as Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff for both President George H.W. Bush and President Bill Clinton, a position in which he was both the youngest officer and first African American to serve. During his time as chairman, he oversaw 28 crises, including Operation Desert Storm. After a unanimous confirmation by the Senate, General Powell was appointed the 65th Secretary of State by President George W. Bush, a position in which he espoused the power of diplomacy to resolve regional and civil conflicts across the globe. Among his many honors are 2 Presidential Medals of Freedom, a Bronze Star, a Purple Heart, induction into the French Legion of Honor, an honorary knighthood from Queen Elizabeth II of Great Britain. But beyond these accolades, General Powell is an inspiration to us all because of his model of leadership he puts forth. His career has built on acting diplomatically and cross-culturally, and his agility in thinking across political and social lines is a model for us in the workplace as it is in the world. General Powell currently is a strategic limited partner in Kleiner Perkins, Caulfield & Byers, the renowned Silicon Valley venture capital firm, and he serves on the board of Bloom Energy. He is also chairman of the Eisenhower Fellowships, a cross-cultural program for emerging international leaders, and he has served on the boards of Howard University, the United Negro College Fund, and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Here to deliver the Texas Diversity and Leadership Conference keynote address, please welcome General Colin Powell.
Thank you so very much, Doctor, for your very kind and generous introduction, and it's a great pleasure to be with you all this afternoon. I congratulate you on the 10th anniversary of this marvelous program, and I want to give credit to my good friend Dennis Kennedy for all he has done over the years to not only bring this into being, but to spread it throughout Texas and beyond Texas, to spread it now across the United States of America. And I'm particularly impressed by the way that you link diversity and leadership together, because they go together. You won't get the kind of diversity we need in all of our organizations in this country without leadership making it happen. It doesn't happen just automatically. It happens because leaders care, and leaders do what they have to do in order to create a level of diversity within all of our organizations throughout the country. So it's a great pleasure for me to be here, to be with Dennis once again, and to be in San Antonio once again. I also salute all the champions who received awards a few moments ago. Joe packed the audience with USA. Did you see that? They're all here, by the way. They're all right there. There's one back there, but the rest of them are here. Joe, you know. I know you're a general, man, but, you know, come on, cool it. But I congratulate all of them, and it's a great pleasure. It's a great pleasure to be with you. Diversity is one of those words that could have different meanings to different people. Some people sort of mix it up with affirmative action. It has something to do with affirmative action. It has to do with race relations. What does it have to do with? And then, as you've seen in the past 10 days or so, sometimes it gets all muddled up when a couple of, shall we say, less than sane citizens in our country start saying things that bring in the whole racial bit again, you know? The head of the Los Angeles Clippers, he had to give a telephone conversation to somebody that we all had to hear, and now that's become the major story for the last week. And all of the Sunday shows are going to be talking about race relations in the United States of America. My favorite is the farmer or the rancher out in Nebraska, who he decided to tell us what he thought about what he called Negroes. And I fit that category still. And the part that killed me was he said the problem with the Negroes, they've forgotten how to grow cotton. And I was devastated because I was raised in the Bronx. We didn't have no cotton fields. You know? What was I to do, you know? So I took a different course. I went to school and became chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the Armed Forces of the United States. You know, but